Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for gold for Tuesday, September 17th, 2013. Well, the candle we're analysing here is not the last candle on the chart here. That's a candle that currently hasn't developed trading yet. It hasn't finished trading, and the previous candle is the one that we're analysing. So a very small bodied candle in this continuation of the trend to the downside. In terms of bar charts, that would be an inside day and does raise some doubt about continuation of the trend to the downside. But looking at this current candle, how it's developed a very decisive candle here that has already made a lower high and a lower low in a very large black body. But back to that important candle from the current day's trading has completed, and we have the small black body suggesting that the sellers have made amount of net bearish progress on the day between the open and close, and a very much smaller amount than the previous day's trading, suggesting that the sellers had lost some momentum in net terms, and coinciding with the market testing once again below the 1309 level, which for 3 consecutive trading days had been a level that the price action was rejected from. The market today failed to close beyond that level and did suggest that there was potential for the market to change trend. Having said that, however, we did see the sellers close with control of this market, but closing down towards the low of the trading day, and also we have this largish shadow on top of the body, suggesting that the buyers lost commitment as the market was testing up to higher levels, and especially up towards the 1329 level, with the influence of that resistance coming into play perhaps. Today though, however, for this new day's trading as it's developing, we are seeing a very large black body candle that has currently traded through the 1300 round number level of potential support and is now testing at the bottom of the cloud. As I suggested a couple of trading days ago, the cloud that the market is interacting with here is very thin, and this is an opportunity for the sellers to change the sentiment in this market substantially. If we do have a solid bearish close down below that cloud, we will have a negative market in big picture terms. And looking at this trend from the highs up around the 1432 level, there has been a predominance of fairly large black body candles in the first time frame downtrends and the second time frame downtrend in this market, and suggesting that the sellers are very much convicted to take in this market lower. In terms of the support here, there isn't any major support until the market perhaps trades down to around the 1282 level, a minor level here in the recent past, but then down to around the 1266. So where this market holds up remains to be seen, but we could potentially see this market trading down to around this 1282 area. In terms of the Fibonacci extension, the market is trading through the 100% level in a bearish manner, suggesting there is potential for the market to trade down to the 161.8% level at 1273, and that coincides roughly with this swing low just around this area here, and suggests with this market currently being quite bearish in this candle that hasn't finished trading yet, there is a possibility of the market trading down to that level, not necessarily today, but perhaps over the next few trading days. But let's watch and wait for this market to finish trading, and if it maintains the bearish bias that we're seeing in this short-term time frame, in the short-term dynamics, there is a possibility of that happening. In terms of the Fibonacci retracement, we're in an expansive mode of that. The market has traded through the 161.8% level. We have tested to the 261.8% level for the previous day's trading and been rejected from there. Today, with this candle, it hasn't finalised trading in a bearish manner below the 261.8% level, suggesting that the market may trade to lower levels. The next lower level on the Fibonacci technique is down at 423.6%, down at 1241, so not a realistic target for this market at the moment, with some very solid support prior to the market tests this level. In terms of patterns in this market, and here we've seen the market break out and close down below the neckline of a complex head and shoulders pattern, and we are seeing good solid follow through, and the target was down around the 1280 level. The market has almost met that target, and significantly so that with this trading down through the cloud at the moment, it does suggest that there is good potential for the market to now meet that target. The probability of the market meeting that target wasn't great because of the potential interaction that we had at the time of the breakout with the cloud. there was potential for strong support there. We did see support coming in, but today we're seeing the market trade through that, and this really highlights quite well how the depth of the cloud is important. And here now, at almost the thinnest part of the cloud, we are seeing the market attempt to break out down below there. In terms of Ichimoku, and going by the candle that has finalized trading, and that's the prior candle to the last one on the chart, here we have the market still closing up above the cloud, suggesting a slightly bullish market in the long-term time frame, but not a lot of faith in that. And obviously this market at the moment, as it's trading, is closing just at the lower boundary of the cloud, suggesting a neutral market, but that hasn't finalized trading, as I've mentioned. In terms of the other indicators, though, much clearer indication with those. We have the market trading down below the Kijun Sen and the Tenkan Sen, so a bearish market in the medium and fast term time frames. The Kijun Sen is pointing down very sharply, reflecting very solid downside momentum in this market in the short term time frame. And if this market does bounce, the Kijun Sen, the Tenkan Sen, the green line here, will be the first area that the market will find potential resistance, other than the swing highs and swing lows as marked on the chart. The market is trading a fair way away from that, so that area won't come into play very quickly. If we do see any price appreciation, we have more solid areas of resistance before that. Looking at the Kijun Sen, disregarding that current downturn in it, it has been pointing flat, and there is a possibility of the market trading down to back up towards that flat Kijun Sen. In terms of the Chikou span, we now have a change of sentiment in terms of the Chikou span trading down below the corresponding price action. So we're suggesting, and by the way, that is with that current candle as it's developing, but that suggests that there is a possibility of this market trading lower if we do see the market close down below the cloud on that candle that hasn't finalized trading. With regard to the close of the candle that has finalized trading, we have the Chikou span trading within that price action and technically just below, so a hint there that there was potential for this sell-off with the beginning of some downside momentum in that longer term time frame. So moving forward, obviously 1300 level has been a very solid area of support in the recent past for the previous three candles. The 1309 level was an area that the market failed to close down below. Today we're seeing the market take that out in a bearish manner. At the moment, the bottom of the cloud is crucial to this market if we are going to see buying coming in. If we see the market trade down below there and close down below there in a solid bearish manner, we could quickly see the market testing down to lower levels, possibly down to the 1266 level.